In this video, we're going to learn how to calculate gram formula mass. I'm going to use the abbreviation GFM to shorten writing out gram formula mass. When we talk about gram formula mass, it's exactly what it sounds like it is. It's the mass of the formula in grams. What's given to you on your periodic table is atomic mass units. Instead of referring to the atomic mass units, we're just going to call that grams. And we'll talk about why it's called grams in a future video. Let's start off with a really simple example of calculating the gram formula mass of H2O or water. This is nice and simple because it only has two elements that make up the formula, hydrogen and oxygen. And also it's simple because we only have two hydrogens in this formula and one oxygen in this formula. So what I did here was I simply just made a tally of how many hydrogens I had in this formula, which was 2, and how many oxygens I had. The next thing we need to do is we need to grab ourselves a periodic table. So you'll see on the periodic table, if we look in the upper left-hand corner for hydrogen, you're going to see that it has an atomic mass of 1 atomic mass unit. It's right here. Okay? We're going to say that that's the same as grams for now on. And we're also going to scroll on over to oxygen, and we see that oxygen has an atomic mass units of 15.999. We're going to round that to 16 to make our math easier. So we're going to say hydrogen has a mass of 1 gram. It's really gram per mole, but we'll talk about that again in a later video. And then oxygen has 15.9 or 16 grams per mole. So we're going to take and we're going to multiply our hydrogen, which we have 2 of, by 1 gram, and oxygen by 16 grams. And then when we figure that out, we can figure out that the hydrogen weighed 2 grams and the oxygen weighed 16 grams in our H2O formula. Let's put an equal sign there. And then what we can do is we can add these guys together, 2 plus 16, and we can say that we have 18 grams per mole. Okay, we don't know what a mole is yet, but a mole is a unit that we use in chemistry that represents a group of water molecules. And we can say we have 18 grams every time we have 1 mole of water. That is our gram formula mass. This number right here is gram formula mass. Let's try another one for a quick example. And this one we're going to use calcium hydroxide. So we have a calcium, we have an oxygen, and we have a hydrogen. We're going to make our tally. We have 1 calcium, we have 2 oxygens, and if you're not sure where I got that 2 oxygens from, it's 2 distributed into these parentheses, so 2 oxygens and 2 hydrogens. And then we're going to look up on our periodic table that calcium has 40 as its atomic mass, oxygen has 16 as its atomic mass, and hydrogen has 1 as its atomic mass. And we will multiply them across. We'll get 40, we'll get 32, and we'll get 2. And then when we add all these up, we will know what the gram formula mass is for calcium hydroxide. 74 grams for every mole of calcium hydroxide that we have. And again, a mole is just a group of things. In this case, the thing is the calcium hydroxide.